Oh yeah, welcome to the video. Oh, little double microphone there. We're doing good. Happy Thursday. Happy day to everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. My goal today is to play some more of this Cartomancy Tarot Anthology. And to drink water. Don't forget the water. There's a hair in my eye. We got Lame Llama Llama spinning round right now. Welcome, Lame Llama Llama. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Hope everything's going well. Gotta clean them glasses off, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. So, the way this game works is we do a 3-card tarot reading, and each card is a different mini game. So we're just gonna dive right into it. We're gonna get going. Cards that we've already drawn are out. Only new cards. And the first card is the Emperor. You are summoned to cook for the Emperor of the Realms of Dream, using inspiration found around the palace. Can you create something to please His Imperial Majesty's whims before he has you executed? Content warnings, none. I think you mean content warnings, execution. We're going to see what this is doing. So every time we start one of these games, we've got to do there's a little song and dance. Got to wait for the game to start. There it is. Then I gotta go in here. And I gotta change this. There. This one is called Emperor's Tastes. Oh, it appeared. Emperor. Oh my God. What are you doing to me? Stop it. Whoa. Excuse me? I'm not done. How about a little consideration for where my computer has its focus? Is that right? There's an S in there. Okay. Now we're good. Holy moly. What the heck did I do? Okay. All right, I was doing some stuff, and that wasn't groovy. All right, here we go. Now we're ready. A little bit of hiccups. The Emperor has summoned you to be his personal chef. I am no chef. I am no spirit. What, huh? I think I'm gonna go with the what, huh? What, huh? The right hand exhales slowly. When you wake, you may return to whatever frivolity or drudgery to which you were accustomed. Here you were summoned in His Imperial Majesty's infinitely wise benevolence. I'm gonna need water to play this game. He must have seen something special something unusual in you. A creative spark, perhaps? A talent for dreaming? I do not see it, but I am only a worm compared to his insights. We got the little Aries down here, the little Aries symbol for the Emperor. We got the... I mean, it kind of looks like a goat, but I think we can agree it might be a ram. A ram. In any event, you had best find inspiration to impress him. He is, of course, the source of all fairness and glorious leadership. But, well, lately he has been less patient. For excellent reasons, I'm sure. Just testing us to bring out our best qualities. Still, I wouldn't upset him. He's a tyrant? What should I cook? This is your kitchen and home for your time in the realms of dream. Is the music too loud? How's the audio quality? Whenever you're uncertain, just come here to reorient yourself. His Imperial Majesty may only eat 1 meal per day, so he is understandably quite picky about it. I call it a meal, but perhaps you'll serve him 3 beverages or sweets. You'll figure it out. For today, the Emperor left this instruction to guide us. Right hand clears his throat and assumes a lilting tone of recitation. Holy moly. Little Sprout, she eagerly peeks through old snow. The right hand maintains a moment of dignified silence. I recommend you look around the palace for inspiration. Good fortune. And then the right hand is gone. The Emperor's words echo in your mind as if etched. Do they? Joy, sorrow, fury, comfort, subtlety. Oh, I see some Wooburg here. This is looking Wooburgy. Little Magic the Gathering mana symbols. I dig it. Alright, we can't cook. We can cook, I guess. Let's explore. Ooh, little Sprout. She eagerly peeks through the snow. Let's check out the garden. I found subtlety, layers, and depth. I kind of feel like turned down the game audio a little bit. Or I guess it's okay. It's probably my microphone, my headphones. I hear the call of a bird I've never heard before, strangely nearby. I see a flash of ruby feathers. Does the garden have a new visitor? +3 subtlety. Search. I quietly step further into the garden, where I saw the feathers. The air here is strangely warmer. I come upon an entire flock of crimson-feathered creatures. Though they have 4 wings, 6 legs, and I see no face at all. They chirp and flee at the sight of me. I am left with a feeling of wonder. Perhaps I should be more imaginative in my cooking as well. +2 joy. It said I got +2 joy, but it was actually +2 subtlety. That's fair. Peeks through old snow. Well, let's go to the tower. I climb the tower, higher and higher, legs burning. Eventually, I can see beyond the palace, into the swirling chaos of raw dream. The wind pulls me towards the edge, making my eyes water and chest ache in the resisting. You find sorrow. Liquid regret. Know what I'm talking about? 4 sorrow and 1 joy. Sweet and light. Maybe I can use this longing for cooking soups and brewing drinks. You're telling me. Library. True healing. Comfort. I'm drawn to the illustrations of an old-fashioned bestiary. Some of the creatures are truly preposterous, while others are simply misunderstandings. Comfort. +2. I come across an entry of familiar red-feathered creatures. Stickly warblers. The description of their mating habits nearly makes me slam it closed in terror. But then again, every emperor loves exotic animals. I wonder if there's anything I could use while cooking for His Majesty. Check the woods section. Find an entry about monkey spiders. They weave excellent silk that the emperor favors for everything from clothing to tapestries. The book claims some are kept in the gardens. Perhaps if I find some scraps of such silk in the gardens, I can use it for plating. Fury, destructive energy. I'm terrified of meeting a monkey spider, but I can't deny and feel inspired too. Oh, that's it. You get three looks. Okay, we gotta cook. Little Sprout eagerly peeks through old snow. Light salad, is that it? That's all we got? That's all we got? Okay. How about a little emerald candy too? I think that's good. Little Sprout eagerly peeks through old snow. Yeah. What else do we cook? Pickled pepper? Sure, a little pickled pepper. That's good. His Imperial Majesty begins by tasting the light salad I prepared before moving on to try the others. His face changes, but only subtly. I can't quite place what changed exactly. He seems thoughtful, his eyes flicking over me in consideration. I see, he murmurs. Remember that you are an alchemist of flavor. Use all your powers of to concoct something worthy of me. The light salad is adequate, but surely perfection can still be found, something more novel perhaps. I meditated today on the themes of green, cold, and spring. Did your cooking reflect the subtle nuance of these experiences? If so, how much was accidental? I assume the questions are rhetorical. A small silence passes. Until tomorrow, then. I expect even greater results from you. I will, Your Majesty. The Emperor sweeps from the room, leaving dishes only tasted. The dishes begin to dissolve into dream stuff, their purpose served. I wander back into my bed in the kitchen pantry, exhausted. Just before sleep takes me, I wonder what dreams one has in the land of dreams. Whatever dreams I had, I do not remember them. Perhaps I awake elsewhere the next morning. Good morning, Chef. I just wanted to make sure you were still here. You mean in the kitchen? Or in the lands of dream at all? His Imperial Majesty is not known for tolerating any disappointment from his chefs. I know His Majesty seemed to like what you cooked, but I know him very well. And trust me when I say that he was a bit disappointed last night. The point is, if I were you, I'd pay much closer attention to the poems His Majesty graces us with each day. Intuit its themes, its intonations, its flavors, if you will. Your term here is only 4 days at the longest. Perhaps I should have told you from the outset, but I didn't want to frighten you. The Emperor continuously seeks new experiences, with new chefs and gardeners and musicians summoned regularly. For example, if His Majesty's poems had themes of conflict, then finding new ways to help him experience that should be your primary goal. Blood, war, hurt, and so on, for all 3 themes. If you cook 3 dishes, and one of them is best matched to the 3 themes, you will surely impress him. And what is more pleasant than pleasing the highest authority? But even if you are the greatest chef in the palace has ever seen, you will exit peacefully to the waking world on the 4th evening. Very well. The right hand murmurs ritually. Drink sun, little summer leaf, fall pounces. He exits as the words imprint themselves on your mind. You're alone again with the tools of your task. We explore. Drink the sun. Let's go to the tower. I climb the tower, higher and higher, legs burning. Eventually I can see beyond the palace, into the swirling chaos of raw dream. The wind pulls me towards the edge, making my eyes water and chest ache in resistance. I gain 4 sorrow and 1 joy. Maybe I can use this longing for soups and drinks. Alright. The throne. I watched the Emperor deliberate in cases which brought to his court. His decisions are elegantly delivered, but I can't agree with his policies. I gained 4 fury and 1 joy. Spice and daring. The gate. The chaos of dreams coalesce here into the Emperor's citizens, flowing into the palace on errands varied and unknown. I find if I concentrate, I can shift my inspirations and bend my own mental landscape to my will. What shall I exchange? Oh, okay. Fury to sorrow, comfort to subtlety, joy to comfort. I don't really want to do any of that. Find lunatically inspired by my own willpower. Alright, drink the sun, little summer leaf, fall pounces. Oh, I can do this, okay. Drink the sun. A little lemonade. Drink the sun. Okay, here we go. Tea-pocalypse. Needs inspiration. Okay. All right, let's see. We need summer. None of these are summer. There's no summer involved. No summer. Summer and fall? What? Yo, child granny, how's it going? Happy Thursday, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing a little cooking for the Emperor today. Little summer leaf, fall pounces. Maybe layers of heaven. Time. Just drawing shoulder blades and rib cages. What does the Emperor like to eat? Well, he has given us a poem, a meditation as to what he would like today. He says, drink the sun, little summer leaf, fall pounces. It's like a mini haiku. It's like a baby haiku. And then from that poem, we have to pick some recipes. And we explore the palace grounds to collect joy, sorrow, fury, comfort, and subtlety, which in turn make the dish. And then it has these like keywords. That's a little fun cooking puzzle. How am I? I'm doing good. My car had a flat tire, so I hooked it up to the air pump and filled her up. And now I'm here doing this. Bow, bow, bow. How's them shoulder blades and rib cages going? All right, we can do 3 things. Drink the sun. Little summer leaf. Fall pounces. Lifting stuff. Breathing. Nice. Holding organs. That sounds like shoulder blades and rib cages. Drink the sun, little summer leaf, fall pounces. I made a lemonade already. Conflict? I don't want to do dark. Don't want springtime. Church of Dumplings sounds good, but I don't have enough comfort. Light salad, don't have enough comfort for that either. Sweet fancy green, so this is stuff I can't do. So lemonade, liquid and cold. Okay, maybe I can get a celestial in here. Sweet, happy, fancy celestial. So I don't want to do fancy. Hot peasant, no. I need to bulk up on my comfort, I think. Comfort and joy. Dark? I don't want dark. Celestial. Celestial's good. Celestial and time. I guess I could do distilled moonlight. Hot? I want to do cool. Hot, spring, liquid, fancy. Cold, celestial, time, sweet earth. This one. Iced eclipse. Yay! I'm out of joy. Do I cook something else, or do you think this is good? I mean, don't go halfway, I guess. Hot fish, green liquid. Go one more. I think this is the one. Cold, dark, conflict. I'm gonna do this one. Teapocalypse. Sorry, Emperor, you're getting drinks today. Alright, serve. His Majesty begins by tasting the lemonade I prepared, and then the others. Perhaps his face changes, or perhaps I'm imagining things. Is that surprise widening his eyes? Would you be so kind as to show me where you perform your alchemies, chef? Of course, Your Majesty. I lead His Majesty across the palace, feeling my blood pressure rise unexpectedly. Am I responsible for my kitchen state? Did I create it somehow? When we arrive, the Emperor has to stoop quite far down to fit through the doorway. His nostril flares slightly in response to the many scents and oils. This explains much. How so? I need not explain myself, but you have been courteous, so I will indulge you. You worked wonders today with your cooking. Perhaps I too should be more humble in my surroundings to find new inspirations. Elegance and comfort are their own pleasures, of course, but they too can grow stale. Does the blue jay know she wears finery superior to silk, or does she merely benefit? The Emperor wanders away, muttering to himself, leaving me alone with my kitchen and my thoughts as deep night falls. I toss and turn, but I must have slept, because soon enough it's morning again. As I wake, I catch the right hand peeking in, his eyes wide. Good morning. The right hand ducks out of sight before I can finish, but I hear his intonations echoed on the hall over a whisper of silk. When snow melts, it does not rush, yet a river! The goat! Oh man, I scared off the right hand. When snow melts, it does not rush, yet a river. Alright, let's see what we got. When snow melts, it does not rush, yet a river. So when snow melts, cold, red, sweet, celestial. Layers of heaven might be good. Four Seasons sushi. I like this one. So I need subtlety. Okay. It does not rush. More subtlety. Comfort. I'm gonna need some comfort. Subtlety and comfort. And maybe joy and subtlety. Or even this Dowager Blessings tea. Let's see if I can get it. So I need joy, which is hard to get sometimes. Sorrow, comfort, and subtlety. Okay. I'm gonna go and check the garden. I wanted the gardens, looking for monkey spider nests to harvest that I'd read in the library, +3 subtlety. Eventually I'd see what seems to be an abandoned nest, but it's very, very high in the tree. I don't like heights. Get help. I find the right hand as he quickly agrees to aid me. He looks at my sharp knife sidelong, and I wonder for the first time if he fears me. He lowers his horns and slams into the tree, knocking down a few scraps of silk. You owe me one, I think. Where are we? The silk is soft as butter in my hands. I have new ideas for desserts. +4 joy. I launch myself up into the branches and make steady progress. But when I feel I've reached my limit, I look up and find I'm only halfway there. Then I make the mistake of looking down. My knees nearly give out. I can go no further. I scurry down again, my cheeks flush with hurt pride, but I think I can use that feeling too. +3 fury. I was really hoping for subtlety. Library. I guess I did get some. The Emperor's library is full of every fiction imagined, and some not yet dreamed. I curl up with an old favorite story and find I'd forgotten some more of the moving scenes. My heart has warmed. 4 comfort and 1 joy. Maybe with this cozy feeling I can create something pleasantly filling. Throne room. I watch the Emperor deliberate in cases brought to his court. His decisions are elegantly delivered, but I can't agree with his policies. 4 fury and 1 joy. Perhaps I can use this. Oh, I didn't get the sorrow I was hoping for. I have a lot of fury, though. Okay, when snow melts, I can do this, but I want snow. I want something cold first. I think this would work. Layers of Heaven. That's a good start. 4 Seasons Sushi. I did want to do that one. Soul Warmer Fish Soup would have been nice. Light Salad. You can't do that. Didn't get enough. Okay. We can work with what we got. Unicorn Haunch? Church of the Dumplings. Distilled Moonlight. When snow melts, it does not rush yet a river. Maybe the Cloud Cake? It's not cold, though. I want something cold. Layers of Heaven. I think that's going to be it. When snow melts, it does not rush. Yet. I like this. Yet a river. Maybe Demon Tears Ramen? I'm kind of liking that. I get to use some of my fury. Four Seasons. Well. Unicorn Haunch. Peasant Red Conflict Dark. Hot Time Earth Happy Fish Conflict. I think it's going to be this one, actually. I lose all of my comfort, but it feels good. Although, maybe this. Hot Liquid Happy Fancy Time. Yeah. Eternal Latte. Eternal Latte. All right. Serve. Serve it up. His Imperial Majesty begins by tasting the slice of springtime I prepared, and then the others. He stops, considering, his face an unmoving mask. He tries to suppress it, but I can see pleasure flicker in his eyes before it is snuffed. It reminds me of the old days, for better and worse, when my knights and I would sit around the tables as equals. He turns and looks at me, as if seeing me for the first time. I feel his guard is lowered. Like any child born into any world, you are brought here without permission. I demand you cook, knowing nothing about your waking self, because I see potential. And yet, I know nothing about you. Tell me something, chef. Do you enjoy cooking? Or did you before I brought you here? Very much. Human old man, what is it exactly that you enjoy about cooking? What do you think, Child Granny? The delicious food, of course, nourishing people I love, the process of seeking perfection. What is it about cooking? Or anyone else who's here. Discourse! Nourishing? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Nourishing and perfection. Can I select all of the above, please? A little stretch break. A little water. I like the nourishing one. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling. Nourishing people I love. Aha! So you're a people-pleasing socialite, delighting in a bountiful table to share. Hydrate. I'm almost out of that. Perhaps that is why you delight me. You have set aside your own tastes entirely to intuit my own and obey my whim without the quality of your feud suffering. Very impressive. You've given me something to think on. Thank you. The Emperor dismisses me and I return to the kitchen exhausted. Sleep devours me. In the morning, my bones writhe within me, as if yearning to sing harmony to a melody I cannot perceive. Or can I perceive it? A lyrical lift drifts across my consciousness. Deep below, magma pulses raw, old yet new. The hand is gone. He doesn't care. He's like, preposterous. All right, deep below, magma pulses raw. Deep below. I want this Teapocalypse. I know I've already given it to him. Deep below, magma pulses raw, old yet new. So I need comfort. Is it the Demon Tears? Demon Tears, yeah. More comfort. Oh man, am I going to be able to get that much comfort? I don't know. Old yet new? I could technically do this one. And a healing kanji. Like more comfort, huh? Sorrow, comfort. I mean, I need comfort. Pretty badly. I've got a ton of fury, so there's a chance I can trade that fury. Comfort. Library, I think? My eyes glaze over as I page through a book of architectural diagrams, but I snap awake as I chance upon the image of a very familiar throne room, +3 comfort. Strangely, the diagram shows a small door where I have never seen one before. How could it have disappeared? Was it hidden? I consider the wisdom of searching for a secret door in the throne room. Surely if it was hidden, it was at the behest of the Emperor. He would probably not want his new cook poking around for it. Try to think very hard not to think about looking for the secret door in the throne room. I want to find the secret door in the throne room. I got some comfort from that. But I feel like if I try and find the secret door, I might end up with way too much fury. You know? But at the very least, I could maybe go to the gate and do some trading after that. I find the Emperor is out for the moment. Now's your chance. I search the wall next to the throne carefully, where I read in the library about the ancient door. My mind's eye briefly glimpses something behind the wall before it snapped back to here and now. No, it's not there. Not anymore. I once used that room to think, but... No more time? He smiles coldly. Yes, perhaps. Even with my infinite time, my responsibilities grow to match. How different the world must seem to you, who has only lived how long? 20 years? A bit less. Perhaps I should have the old dreams revived. It would be a distraction at least, if not exactly novel. He dismisses me and as I wander thoughtfully back to the kitchen. Okay. I got a lot of fury and subtlety. Let's see if I can do some trading. The chaos of dream coalesces here into the Emperor's citizens, flowing into the palace on errands varied and unknown. Maybe a fury for sorrow. I don't have any joy at all. I'm joyless, which is not good. But I'll turn fury into sorrow. I reflect on the many things that enrage me and realize they also make me deeply regretful. And I got a joy out of it. Hey! Alright. Let's cook. Deep below. Okay. So we have to remember the Demon Tears Ramen. We gotta save at least 2 comfort for this. I do not have enough joy to do a lot of this stuff. Can I cook this with not enough joy? Okay. Okay. Demon Tears. Alright, old yet new. Soul Warmer Fish Soup. Distilled Moonlight. I think that's the one. Fancy, dark, celestial, liquid time. I'm gonna go with it. Distilled Moonlight. Serve it up! His Imperial Majesty stares at the teapocalypse, as if devouring it with his eyes. It is time for your final judgment, chef. My executioner readies his blade. No matter how skilled or accomplished, we always have room for improvement. Even after these millennia, my poetry remains trite in my ears, my palace uninspired. But you have been a fresh voice in my court. I'm glad that I plucked you from the chaos of waking. You not only produced pleasant foods, but were also responsive, observant. The left hand clomps away, seemingly disappointed. In at least one meal, I could not complain for either quantity or quality. Well done. Perhaps your true love of nourishing others shone through, despite my cold demeanor. You may leave here in peace with my blessing. Is there a boon you wish before you go? Cook for me! He considers, clearly thrown off balance by the request. Very well, it can't be that difficult. Wait here. I fidget, waiting for the Emperor to return. I wait longer. I feel a distant panic building in the palace. Eventually, I see someone approaching. It's the Emperor, who seems a bit out of breath. I created a masterpiece. Here, enjoy. It is inspired by you. He presents me with a sad, lone marshmallow and a leaf of lettuce. Thank you, Your Majesty. The Emperor beams in his own strange way. I taste each, finding them relatively pleasant but unremarkable. Perhaps we'll meet again when our stars align and humors synchronize. In the meantime, I shall think of you from time to time. May you be blessed in the next world, spirit, and the one after that. Embrace the void. Darkness deeper than sleep takes you towards a more familiar life. Wait, don't go yet. I wanted to ask you something. I was hoping I could catch you for a little exit interview. I believe it could be mutually beneficial. We find those drawn to the Emperor tend to have someone in their lives with a strong grasp of power. Do you have someone like that? An Emperor is usually but not always masculine and often appears anxiously in dreams. Who would the Emperor in your life if you had to pick one? Someone with real and present control over you and your surroundings. Me. Interesting. We each do contain multitudes. In some spheres of your life, perhaps you feel that powerful energy inhabit you. I imagine it brings you pride, that in some moments you're the boss man, the good king, the big dog. I hope you wield it judiciously. Remember that you may not use your office as an excuse. You are always responsible for your own choices and actions. Consider today who you allow to have power over you and why. Do they deserve their position? Why or why not? Consider, too, who you exert your power over and why they tolerate your judgments. May you find a path towards fairness and power yourself today. Go in peace. How's the audio? Is the music too loud? It's too loud in my ears, so I feel like I'm talking loudly. Ba 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 ba. Okay, we did it. That was one game. It's good? Okay, good. That was like an hour-long game. Alright, Seeds of Judgment. Seeds of Judgment is a visual novel management game in which you play as an atoning sinner given the unenviable job of judging the dead. Converse with the departed souls delivered to the garden and explore their pasts. Are they worthy of a second chance or are they not? Judge wisely. Okay. We gotta wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. So what was this one? Judgment? Seeds of Judgment. Allow access. Oof. This has got some Harvest Moon vibes. It sounds like Harvest Moon. Bow, 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 bow. Got it. There we go. Seeds of Judgment. New game. Let's do it. Child Granny's gonna burb. Child Granny's bourbon. Images flash before my eyes. Too quickly to focus on any one of them. It's like watching rain fall. Too fast to see anything more than a blur. It feels like I'm watching a movie, but it's muted and my eyes can't focus on anything. As it goes on, red started to creep into the image. More and more of it until it's the only thing I can see. Scarecrow. I don't know where I am. I don't know how I got here. Why does everything feel so heavy? No, don't skip the scene. Crow. Look who finally decided to wake up. Do you know how long I've been waiting for you? I mean, I know this can be a big adjustment and all, but you really took your time coming around. Who are you, a bird? Why are you talking to me? Or are you talking at all? Maybe you should take a look at yourself before you start pointing fingers, And I've got a name, thank you very much. It's Radamanthus. Radamanthus. Look, we're already running late, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Save all questions for when you're done, please. Long story short, you're dead, buddy. What? Dead? How? That's not possible. Hey, I said questions at the end. Did I sound like I was finished? Now, where was I? Ah, all right. You died. Things are going to be a little fuzzy for a while. Give it a little time. But you'll remember who you are and how you got here. Don't try to force it. As for where we are, well, we don't really like the labels here like heaven or hell and all that, but you can call this place the Garden. It's where the dearly departed come to be judged. And that's where you come in. Every now and then, we bring a new soul to maintain the garden. Your job is to talk to incoming souls and decide who gets a place here and who doesn't make the cut. In other words, you get to do the judging. Congrats. I'm sure you're very excited. If you have any questions, you can ask them now, but make it quick. There's no time to clarify every little detail here. Why am I the one judging souls? How do I put this? We thought you could use this as an opportunity to redeem yourself. Not that it really matters. You've been chosen and that's not going to change, so... Right. But why am I called the judge and not the gardener? Because technically I'm also tending the garden. Are you telling me if someone called the gardener started asking you questions about your mortal soul, you take them seriously? Judge has an air of mystery about it. And so much more potential. Fair point. Am I going to be judged too? Oh, sure. Everyone's judged in time. No point worrying about it now. Just do your best and everything will probably be fine. Probably fine? Probably, maybe, most likely. If you say so. What happens to the souls after? Well, the good ones get a place in the garden. You'll have to take care of them as long as they're here, of course. And the bad ones, well, you'll find out soon enough. I don't like the sound of that. So you're talking crow? Like a crow? A real crow? That talks? Listen, not everything is it seems around here. Maybe don't be so quick to judge. Heh, how ironic. Sure, ironic. We don't have time for any more questions. Not from you, at least. What? Before we get started, I have a few questions for you. For me? Don't worry, they're simple. You only get 2 options. You just have to pick the answer you like the most. And be honest, this won't go well if you try to lie to me. And I know when you're lying to me. Now let's begin. Question 1. Which of the following is more important to you? Power or respect? Where's the none of the above answer? Respect, I guess? Question 2. When wronged, should you forgive and forget or try and get even? Forgive and forget? Question 3. Would you rather be intelligent but unseen or popular but naive? Intelligent. Question 4. Would you rather plan things out carefully or act in the spur of the moment? What do you think, chat? Anybody here? I saw a few viewers pop in. I saw some viewers. Do you plan or do you act? Throw a little emote in. Let me know. Hey. That one went perfectly. Oh man, you can really tell, huh? Nice. I guess I plan a bit now and then. Final question. Do you believe you're a good person? Good? No. Very well. I've heard all I need to hear. Now, before you begin, there's a few more things to be taken care of. A few ground rules so you don't get lost around here. Think of this as your first and only training day. Here you have an opportunity to accept or reject a soul after judging them. You'll hear them out and decide their fate. Get to know them better or not. It's all up to you. Pretty simple, no? You can turn souls you deem unworthy of entering the garden away with this button here. And if you think they're an exceptional soul, then you can grant them entry into the garden with this button. Also, you'll get a lot of oddballs coming through. Some of them might take the initiative and start chatting you up. Others might not. You can talk to anyone again by clicking their portrait in the placard. This one looks like the upstanding citizen type. Click the green button to grant them entry into the garden. Come on now, don't be shy. What? Small-time arsonist, eggs houses on Halloween, childhood bully, judged others based on looks. Caitlin the broccoli. I have no choice. So this is the type of person be like, they did some things wrong in their life, but it wasn't that bad. Okay. See that? Look, that wasn't so hard, now was it? Bails on... Now this other one, this soul's looks like a real stinker. Hardcore rotten degenerate. We're not accepting this one. Bails on group projects. Tells kids Santa isn't real. Grunts loudly at the gym. Connie, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Looks Welsh, maybe? Look at the gleam in their eyes, that cabbage. So I guess these are unforgivable sins. And if you don't feel too bad about it, not every soul in the garden is worth of making the cut. But it's your job to decide who. Now on to the next phase. We judges call this phase the tending phase. Once a soul is planted, you can hang out with them for a bit. Click on them to start. Feel free to check in on them from time to time and give them some water. They'll be our guests for a little while, so try not to let them get bored. The last thing you want is a bad review. Keep our plants happy and you'll have less trouble to deal with. Make sure to give our guests plenty of water. At the end of the day, they're still plants, and if you don't water them, they'll wilt away and die. Neglecting a plant is bad. Don't be rude. With that, we should be good and done. After every harvest, I'll come and collect and deliver you a nice lengthy review. I'm sure you're going to want to know how you're doing, what you've missed and how to improve. And if you do an exceptionally good job, I'll help you remember bits of your past life. Help you recollect your thoughts and all, but you have to work first. Not everything in life is free, and that goes double once you're dead. Spring is just around the corner. Good luck, bud. You got it. Hey, excuse me, do you mind telling me where I am? Hi, I'm the judge, and you've passed. Passed? Like dead? Yeah. Oh. I know it's a lot, but... No, this is perfect. What? Yeah, this is just like the comics I read. Comics? What? Like webcomics. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm in the webcomics, and Man was. Webcomics? Manhwa? What are you talking about? So I read a lot of isekai webcomics. What's an isekai? Isekai. Isekai. It's like a genre. So think like horror or comedy. Media under this usually follow the same couple of tropes and stuff. In an isekai, it follows a protagonist who usually passes in the real world. Then usually a powerful being reincarnates them before dropping them into a new world they live in. Past, like dead? Well, yeah, duh, it has to be. And the new world is usually something you'd see in a fantasy setting. Okay. How'd you die? You remember how you passed? Yeah, I got hit by a truck. Truck? Yeah, the whole thing. So you're handling it really casually. Yeah, because it's supposed to happen. Because of the webcomics you read? Yeah, it's one of the two more common ways a protagonist gets, like, yeeted. Whoa. We're getting yeeted up in here. Like, you know, die. I'm kind of scared of what the other way is. Getting stabbed. Don't worry. Some just, like, have the protagonist fall asleep and then wake up in a book or video game they really like. But that didn't happen to you, huh? Nope. I remember Big Truck. Classic. Anything else? To be honest, not much. I remember bits and pieces of my life. Only the boring stuff like going to school, doing work in an office, attending mindless meetings. I actually remember the plots of my favorite webcomics more than the events of my own life. What's your favorite comic then? Damn, I got a lot. Okay, there's this one where the MC gets isekai'd the same way I did. Hit by a truck while crossing the street at night, on my way home after work or something. What's an MC? Main character, like protagonist. This is just all breaking the fourth wall, huh? Right. So the MC gets transported to her favorite novel, which is a high fantasy court drama. And so she knows everything that's going to happen, including who betrays who the ML is, and where to find him, and also when the kingdom will go to war. Wait, there's an ML now? Male lead, keep up. And so the MC has to figure out where she is, right? Turns out she's a daughter of a main villain, a cold-blooded tyrant of a warring nation far up north of the Empire. What's even worse is that she comes back as a 4-year-old. Her father is trying to kill her at first because he's evil and she's a useless baby. She'll only get in the way. But our MC is very cunning, so she uses all of her future book knowledge to prove to her dad, the Tyrant King, that she's actually more useful than he thought. Plus, she's also super adorable as a baby, and he starts to genuinely love her. So the MC decides she'll instead use all her power to make sure her father turns good and that he doesn't get killed by the ML in the end. And what happens to the male lead? Well, first she tries to see if she can befriend him, but it turns out he is really self-absorbed and unlikable. So she ends up befriending the second ML instead, who is actually the illegitimate son of the enemy's kingdom's king, and therefore the ML's half-brother. Okay, I think I've heard enough now. Fair enough. What do you think is happening right now? Well, I think I'm getting isekai'd. Getting what? Like I said before, isekai is just another genre. Getting isekai'd means I'm following the main trope. So you think you've died and you're now getting reincarnated into a new world? Yup. Fair enough. Before me, I have two choices. Sentence the spirit to live in the garden and be a part of the season's harvest, or reject them. You are worthy. I sentence you, your creative little spirit, to the garden. May you return to the cycle, nourished and stuff. Are you giving me a second chance at life? Yeah, sorry, I'm still kind of new at this. I wanted to make it more epic, I guess, but... No, you did great. The MC almost never gets to meet the being who brings them back. But I got to meet you. Thank you for this. I won't let you down. Onion. Unmotivated, charitable, family-oriented. What is this place? Who are you? Well... This is a garden, or the garden, I guess. I'm the judge. And there's no easy way to say this. You're dead. Dead? What? What are you talking about? No, that can't be right. There has to be some kind of mistake. Sorry, I don't think there is. I can't believe this. Look, I'm really sorry, but I have to keep this moving. I want to ask you a few questions if that's all right. Doesn't really sound like I have much of a choice. You know how you died? How am I supposed to know that? Up until about 1 minute ago, I didn't even know I was dead. Well, getting mad at me won't change anything, let me tell you that. Calm down, just let me tell you what you remember. I remember white and beeping. There was a steady beeping. I was in a hospital? Was I sick or something? Is that what did it? I was hoping you'd be able to tell me that. But I guess if that's all you can remember, I can work with it. What was your life like? It's still pretty fuzzy. Beep, beep. Ciao, Granny. Whatever you can tell me would be a big help. It was pretty normal, I think. You know, I had a mom and a dad, and I think I had a sibling. And pets, pair of guinea pigs. What was school like? It was okay. My grades weren't great, but they weren't terrible either. I think I was bullied, though. What makes you think that? I don't know, just a feeling, I guess. What did you do once you finished school? I lived with my parents for a while, for as long as I could, I think. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wasn't passionate about anything. Not anything practical, anyway. I bounced around different minimum wage jobs for a while. Waiting tables, retail, that sort of thing. And then, I don't remember. The next part I remember was the beeping in the white room. And now, here we are. What would you change about yourself, if anything? That question gets really hard to answer when you don't know anything about yourself, you know. Just try. I guess if there's one thing I wish I did more while I was still alive, I wish I hadn't been so passive. I wish I'd put myself out there more, that I'd chase what I wanted instead of playing it safe. Now I'm here and I can't change anything, but I keep thinking, what if, you know? Yeah, I think I know what you mean. What's your greatest accomplishment? Now that's a big question. Is it weird that I simultaneously feel like I've done so much and so little? I'm pretty sure that feeling's more common than you think. My greatest accomplishment, huh? Let's see. This is probably lame, but the thing that comes to mind is this homeless guy that busted around where I worked. Wherever I could, I'd bring him food, water, blankets, that kind of thing. I don't know if that actually made much of a difference, but I'd like to think I helped only a little. Alright, I think I've heard enough. I'm ready to make my decision. What's going to happen to me? Welcome to the garden. You can't enter. Charitable people be gone. You've convinced me. You're a good person. The good you've done outweighs the bad. So you're welcome to enter the garden and thrive. You really think I deserve it? I do. Grunts loudly at the gym, catfishes on dating apps, bails on group projects, ran red lights. Let's chat up Alexander. Hello, you look new. I'm a judge. I kind of run things around here. I'm here to help if you have any questions. Hello? Do you understand me? God, do you ever shut up? Can't take a hint or something? I'm purposefully ignoring you. Leave me the hell alone. Oh, wow. What? You're just really rude. All I'm doing is trying to help, you know? So, did I ask for your help? Well, no, but... So you're just assuming I would need you to help? Do I look like I need help to you? Buzz off, you're such a damn eyesore. Okay, look, you can't talk to me like that. I can talk to you however I want. You think that just because you run this place, you're some big shot? Did I say that? I will not be bossed around by some button-eyed rando in the middle of nowhere. Well, you're not in the middle of nowhere. You're dead in the afterlife. We call this place the garden. I'm the judge, and I'm here to judge your soul. What? Got nothing to say? I'm dead? That's right. Since when? That's what I'm trying to find out. Now, you can ignore me all you want, but I'm still going to ask my questions. Whatever happens, at least you know I still tried. Can't help it if you don't want to cooperate. How did you die? Whatever you can remember that you last did. Well, then we're just going to move on. No, wait. Don't rush me, okay? I'm just going through some things, okay? Take your time. What? So take your time, breathe. This is a lot to take in at once. Then why'd you tell it to me like that? Tried to tell you nicely before, but you were a little rude. Think I was attacked. I got jumped, ambushed. It wasn't just me, though. I never walk alone. But I guess I'm the only one that didn't make it. I'm sorry. No one deserves to go like that. Unless you got anything else you want to say, we can stop here. I don't want to force you to remember. But you needed to judge me, right? I've got more questions to ask. There's just no way I can judge you if I just asked you this one question. You lived a whole life before this. What kind of judge would I be if I just ignored all that and went straight to how you lost it all? A bad one. I'm good to move on now. Then we're moving on. What did you do when you were alive? Okay, look, before I got into this, don't treat me like some sob story. I'm not a passion project, and I don't need saving. I never needed saving. I don't need your help, and I don't need your pity. Got it? Got it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I had a shit life. Dad wasn't in the picture. Mom really didn't want to be in the picture. Took care of myself. Made myself into who I am all on my own. Lived my life one day at a time. I struggled, but I survived. Not proud of the shit I had to do, but it's not like the world didn't do anything to help. I hung out with the wrong crowd and I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I stayed and did what I had to do. That's it. That's my story. Do you have any dreams? What? Dreams, like if you could have a career, what would it be? Everything is paid for. Education, location, finances, it's all good and covered. Well, I guess I'd like to be a musician. I always wanted to learn an instrument. I used to play the trumpet in high school. That was fun. Why are you asking this? Trying to get to know you better. But why this way? It's not even real. Have you never asked random questions before? No what ifs? Okay, I get it. I see what you're doing. Yeah, I've done this before. I'm not a fan of it, though. What's the point in wanting something that you know you'll never have? Is that how you see it? How you see life? Look, I wish I could fly, but I actively cannot. What's the point of wishing for something you know is impossible? I just don't want to waste my life on what ifs and wishes. Why do you deserve a second chance? What kind of question is this? I mean exactly what I said. Why should you, out of everyone else here, get a second chance if there even is a second chance at all? I never got a chance out there when I was alive. I struggled, I survived, and I did it on my own. I know the world doesn't owe you anything, but if you're asking me, it does. Elaborate. If someone lived a good, fulfilling life, why would you give them another chance? They did it. They already played that game. Why not give it to someone like me who didn't get a chance to do that? Well, what if their life was cut short? Hey, I'm not saying don't give it to someone like that. I'm saying if you live your life free, you lived it well. You don't need another chance again. I see. Thank you. That's all my questions. This cabbage is a rotten egg. Grunts loudly at the gym. Catfishes on dating apps. Bails on group projects and ran red lights. Their only argument is I never got a chance in the first place. I think I'm going to turn him away. What do you think? What would you do, Child Granny? Would you give them that second chance? I think they'd I don't know. Can't let every cabbage into the garden, I guess. I'm leaning towards turn away. You in there? We're setting them down the hole. Laughs at cheesy jokes, grunt loudly at the gym, picks up trash in the park, read to children at the library. All right, Richard. Hello, you look new. I'm Judge. I kind of run things around here. I'm here to ask help if you have any questions. Hello? Do you understand me? God, do you ever shut up? No need to be rude. Just trying to do my job. That's amazing for you, really. Just leave me out of it. You don't understand. No, I understand perfectly. It's literally not my problem, Muppet Head. Okay, look, you can't talk to me like that. I can talk to you however I want. So this is the same text. I won't read it again. What? I mean, Richard is a jerk to me, but that doesn't mean he's a bad apple. Annabella. Hello. Finally, someone to talk to. Yeah, hi, sorry for the wait. No worries, just so glad someone else is here. Do you know what's going on right now? Don't you know? Do you know? I do, I just thought I should ask before dropping more information on you. Yeah, makes sense. Sorry, I'm probably just no help to you right now, not like this. Hey! It's okay! You're doing great so far. Thanks, what's your name? You can call me Judge. I'm here to judge you. But before I can do that, I'm afraid I have to tell you. You've passed on. I'm dead? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought so. You knew? I figured based on the last few things I can remember, it's actually a relief to finally get confirmation. Thank you. That's all my questions. What? Really? That's all your questions? You don't want any information from them? That's it? Sure. Read to children in the library, catfishes on dating apps, recycles. Excuse me, might borrow some of your time? I was actually about to speak to you. Brilliant! You look like a smart, well-rounded, and hardworking individual. Well, thanks. How'd you like to make a little more money? Huh? Now I know what you're thinking. Why get into anything financial with some rando you've never met? But you gotta believe me, I'm not after your money. I think you're a little confused. No, see, you're confused. How is this random guy gonna help you make more cash? How is this not a scam? Well, I'm here to tell you how for free. All you gotta do is sign up for my free classes, and I'll tell you how to make the most out of your hard-earned dollars. There's a whole line. Line? Oh, well, there is a line. A line of eager beavers I see, all itching to earn cash real fast. No, you're holding up the line. I'm trying to do my job. As am I, as we all are. Us working class folks standing together, united under, so you're dead. Whoa there, no need to get violent. No, I mean like dead. You've passed on. I'm not sure I'm catching your drift right now, buddy. This is the garden where souls come before their final resting place. My name is Judge, and it's my job to choose where you'll end up. Let me get this straight. Are you saying I'm dead? That this handsome face is no longer prancing around the city? That I'm as cold as a traffic cone in the middle of winter construction? Yes. Well, that sucks. Thank you. That's all my questions. Wow. What would you do? Would you let this Caitlin watermelon? Would you let him into the garden? And they read to the children at the library. Sure, that's nice. Recycling. It's important. Catfishing on dating apps is not cool. It's not good, but I don't know. It's kind of trivial. Their personality leaves a lot to be desired. With the whole scams and stuff like that. We can drop them. Volunteers at an animal shelter, buys arts from small artists. May. Finally, someone to talk to. Serve? I don't serve anyone. Then why are you talking to me? I'm looking for whoever's in charge of this establishment. It's more like some backwater barn, if anything. Who's in charge? Where's the manager? I'm the manager, actually. Well, it's about time then. Listen here, you freakish garden gnome. I've been waiting for an hour in line to talk to someone about where I am. It's hot, it's sweaty, and gross, and you can't keep us waiting here. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, I'm waiting. My name is Judge, and I'm not a garden gnome. I don't care what you are. I just want answers. I'm talking now. You have your turn. It's my turn to speak. Excuse me? Let me talk. How dare you? I am the judge of this place, and I'm here to judge your soul. What? You've died and become my headache. Excuse you? Welcome to the garden. This is going to be quick. Thank you, that's all my questions. Let's try that again. You can't talk to me like that. I don't know who you think you are, but exactly, you don't know it, and if you did, you'd be quivering in your patchwork hand-me-downs. Listen. And I'm a talking scarecrow. Are you ignoring me? So, they volunteered at an animal shelter, and that's nice. They buy art from small artists. That's also good. But I don't know. That's who they were. It's not who they are. It's not who they are, right? I don't know anything about them. How rude. Oh, hey, it's you again. Hey there. How are you liking it? Not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be instantly transported to my new life. It's kind of overwhelming thought. But having a breather like this is where my soul is not immortal is pretty nice, actually. Plus, you're here, so I actually have someone to talk to. Actually, what are you doing here? Don't you have more souls to judge? I just finished, actually. Now it's the second part of my job, tending the garden. What do you do while tending? Here to check up on you. Need anything? Besides being a little bored, I'm doing all right. Tell me more about isekai comics? Yes, I can tell you more about isekais. What do you want to know? Nothing, actually. I'm sorry I asked. How about your least favorite comic? Oh, this one's easy. It's about a princess who is born into a rich and noble family, but because she's an illegitimate child, she's treated super badly. Her family forces her to marry a man much older than her to secure land for their family. And then her husband frames her for the murder of her greedy drunk of a brother. So after she dies, she's brought back as her childhood self and vows to get revenge for her entire family. It's a very satisfying revenge story. The MC took no shit, became independent, and even got her own place. She girl bossed her way to a better life. But then the author tried to pull a "we were mean to you because we loved you" kind of bullshit. It is a genuine attempt to get the readers to sympathize and like the super toxic family. Well, that's gross. Exactly. This goes on for basically ever, ending the story with the MC loving and taking care of a very toxic family. Same family married her off to some total creep. It was such a waste of time and incredibly unsatisfying. Why did you keep reading? Because I wanted to know how it ends. It sucked, but I think I would have been even more upset if I stopped reading during a toxic family pity party. What's it called? My Second Life as a Disgruntled Illegitimate Daughter of a Baron. The comics have some really on-the-nose titles. That's part of the fun. I've got to get going. Don't be a stranger. How are you finding the garden? It's so calm here, so quiet. In a good way, I mean. It's peaceful. I feel like I can finally rest after not sleeping for years. I didn't even know I was tired. Can I get you anything? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Do you remember things clearer now? Yeah, things are getting clearer. I remember getting sick, and being sick for a long, long time. That's why I was in the hospital. That's why I was so tired too, I think. Anything else? I remember my little sister. She was so annoying. I loved her though. Hope she's doing okay without me. Getting along with the other plants? I guess. No one's been mean or anything, don't get me wrong. Maybe it's my fault. I tend to be kind of distant to myself, you know? Haven't spoken to anyone much, and they haven't spoken to me either. Any questions? Kind of curious. How do you decide who gets in the garden and who doesn't? Well, I get to know them. I interview souls when they arrive in the garden and get to know them. It's hard, but I can usually tell from that who's a good egg and who isn't. That helps me make decisions. Seems like a good way to do it, if any. Guess you liked what I told you then, huh? Thanks. I really felt unremarkable, but it feels good to know that you saw good in me. Hey, what are you doing here? Just making my rounds, tending the crops. Cool. So did you need something from me? As chatty as usual. Let's just get on with this. Need anything? No, I'm good. How are you doing? Fine. Just fine and bored. Not much to do besides you watch you farm and stuff. Have you tried talking to the others? Why should I bother? Well, if you're bored, maybe they can keep you company. No, I don't know them, and this isn't the playground. Just hurry up, do your job, and we'll be on our way. Well, I am sorry. I am sorry, Richard, that I let you in here. My mistake. Afternoon, Judge. Good afternoon. I have to get going. See you around. Wow. Some of these... No respect. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm alright for the most part. Work boring you or just really tiring? Tiring. You know, this looked a lot easier originally, so I didn't give it much thought. The tending or the judging souls? The tending. Judging souls was always going to be really conflicting. Thought with all the heavy stuff done first, gardening would be really chill. But enough of that. Time to get to work. Need anything? Minor headaches I've been having recently? Nope. Should I be worried about these headaches? Nah, it's nothing I can't handle. And... what's the weirdest title? You're my daddy. I'm scared to ask what it's about. So you think it would be very self-explanatory, that kind of title, right? Yeah. And it is. This is about a girl that gets isekai'd and comes back as a baby to an evil duke. He's very unintelligent, uninterested in being her life, let alone her father. But our MC is uninterested in his uninterest and makes an effort to be noticed. The whole comic follows her as she and her dad grow closer. She grows up into a lovely noble woman and the sole heir to her duchy. That's surprisingly wholesome. It also got a really short title. What's the longest you've seen? I used to be the crown prince's fiancé, but then I caught the demon lord's eye. There's also that time my girlfriend became the demon empress, and the only way to save her is to become the crown princess. What? I never said these were any good. Where do you find these? Wouldn't you like to know? I have to get going. It's me checking in. I have to make sure all the souls responsible are doing well and all. It's a nice day. Can I get you anything? I'm doing fine. Adjusting? I guess. It's still kind of hard to wrap my head around the concept of being dead, you know. Yeah, trust me, I get it. It's a very big and sudden change. It's not even about that, I think. The more I think about it, the more I remember about being sick. I knew I wasn't going to make it. But even when I knew, when you know your chances are slim, I don't think just anyone really expects just to die. Just need more time to get used to that idea, I guess. What makes you happiest? Love just sitting outside on a nice day. I really appreciate the peace and quiet being left to my own devices. Maybe enjoying a good book or an easy, tasty meal. I guess it doesn't take more to keep me happy. Then again, under the right circumstances, it doesn't take much to annoy me either. Is there anything you're worrying about now? I mean, I'm trying not to. Obviously, I'm already dead. I'm here. There's nothing that's really to do differently at this point. I just keep thinking back about all the things I never said, never did. Not to mention the things I did say and do. I don't know. Guess I just wish some things had gone differently. It's kind of eating me a little. Goodbye. Alright. Oh, you're back. Yep, just making my rounds. I'm here to check up on you. Oh, cool. Do you have something you need to say? No. Okay, then moving on. I have to get going. Bye. Hey there, I'm here to check up on you again. Hi, good to see you. I have to get going. Wow, riveting. Tending number 3. Hey there. Oh, hey. Why the long face? I kinda don't know how to put this, but I think I'm remembering my life. Like before I died. But isn't that a good thing? Don't all your isekai protagonists usually remember their previous life? Well, yeah, but sometimes they just live really boring lives and then save the world with math and medicine or foresight knowledge of the world. From what I remember, I wasn't a very good person. What do you mean by that? It's not like I was a serial killer or anything. I was just really mean. I didn't have much growing up and gave my parents a really hard time, and they didn't deserve it. I was greedy and selfish and mean. Right up before my death, I fought with my parents about a curfew and left anyways. I wanted a party or something and didn't look where I was walking. Never saw a truck until it was too late. I think you made a mistake. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. What? Everyone makes mistakes. So you were mean. There were a lot of people who've done worse things. If a hero has to kill someone to save someone else, that's still murder. And now that you remember things, you not only told me the truth immediately, but you also regret how you lived your life. You know better now, and so go on and do better in your next life. Like an MC who comes back as a villainess and changes her evil ways. Yeah, exactly. Now that this is settled, time to get back to business. Need anything? A little nervous, but otherwise pretty good. Yeah, tell me more about Isekai Comics. That is the theme to this whole game. So, tell me about it. Of course, shoot! What is your ideal Isekai comic? Like if you could write one and have it exactly the way you wanted, what would it be like? Well, that's a really good question. I personally really like the idea of becoming a noble or a princess. There's usually some sort of fantasy aspect in these stories, and that means I could also have magic. I don't care what rank of nobility I am or how I achieve the rank, but I don't want to get married at all. I can have suitors and love interests coming from everywhere, but I am uninterested in getting romanced. I use all the gifts and jewels to fund all my projects, and I'd build schools, fund impoverished localities, and buy a small army of dogs. My story would be called The Lady and Her Plans, and that's the whole plot. Me being able to pursue the things I want with financial stability. And maybe also fund my friends should I have friends in this comic. Oh, and the art would be amazing. Not gonna lie, I'd read that. Thank you. You won't be coming back then, will you? No, I'm afraid this is the last time. I see. Thank you for talking to me and accepting me into the garden. It was really nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too, Ichigo. Give you a little extra water. Oh, you don't want it. Okay. Last check-in before harvest. Hopefully everything's going okay. I think I'm alright. Thanks for stopping by, though. Do you want to know something specific? Can I get you anything? I'm doing fine. How's your time in the garden? It's been great here. You've taken such good care of me, I really feel like I'm thriving. I know you're only doing this because of your job and all, but thanks for taking it seriously. I would have been really mad at you if you just joked to let me wilt or something. Instead, you took the time to make sure me and everyone else were doing okay. Anything I could have done better? Honestly, there's not much I would change. You did a great job of taking care of me, at least. Feels like you cared. That means a lot. Anything you want to tell me? There is something, actually. There are times when I wondered if I deserved to be here. For whatever reasons, you decided that I did. I wanted to thank you for giving me this chance. But maybe more importantly, I wanted to make sure you understood how serious your job is. These are people's eternal souls you're handling here. I know that. Make sure you think carefully before deciding what to do with them. That's all. Hi. Hi. Doing rounds again? Yep, I'm here to check up on you, see if you need anything. Thanks. You feeling okay out there? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't think too much. Just do your job or whatever. Okay. Great. Thanks for that. Good afternoon, Judge. Good afternoon. Here for work again? Yep. Ready when you are. Thanks for taking care of me. I know it's your job and all, but I've been around healthcare workers my entire life. I know how stressful it is and how easy it is to become jaded. So thank you for all your hard work and not making me feel like a burden to you. Thank you, that means a lot. Goodbye. Laughs at cheesy jokes, noisy neighbor, puts the shopping cart away. Well, did fine, I guess. And so ends your first season working in the garden. Overall, how was it? I enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. Meeting everyone, taking care of all those plants, souls, I guess. Felt natural to me. I still don't really get why I'm here, but I'm glad that I am. Now let's see how you did. Let's talk about the onions, shall we? Tell me. Why did you decide to plant them? Well, they tried to help people despite their own struggles. They had a hard time and they struggled with things, but it didn't turn them bitter. Despite what they were going through, they still tried to help people around them. If that's not good enough reason to be let into the garden, then I don't know what is. Well, consider me impressed. Seems like you understand how this is supposed to go. Good job. Now about then how we talk about the strawberry. The one who's obsessed with isekais? I thought she was in one. Yeah, that's the one. Tell me honestly, what did you think of her? Honestly? She was funny. I thought she was kind of hilarious. I don't necessarily get the whole isekai thing, but I appreciate how passionate she was about them. There's nothing wrong with being excited about something that you care about, even if it irritates those around you. Obviously, there's a level of courtesy that should be expected, but I didn't mind listening at least. She talked a lot, sure, but I don't necessarily think she pushed it to the point of being inconsiderate. Interesting. And for how you managed this garden this season, you actually did a good job. A good amount of crops made it to the harvest, and it seems like they weren't bad quality either. Not bad for your first season. You think so? I do. Now just make sure you don't mess it up next season, huh? Keep it up. All right. Fair is fair. You took care of the souls this season. How about we go over a bit of what you've forgotten? Allow me to fill in some gaps. Now, where do we begin? Your childhood was pretty generic and boring. How about we fast forward to your young adulthood? Not to mention, I really don't want to judge a child. But 20 is definitely old enough to know better and make your own decisions. We'll pick up there. You didn't have much, but that made you appreciate what you did have even more. You worked hard to scrape up enough money for college. The scholarship you earned certainly helped. You'd think that someone who came from nothing would want to pursue a career that was pretty much guaranteed to make bank. But you were never really interested in that. Instead, you majored in botany. I did major in botany. You were really passionate about plants and nature. Kind of funny, seeing as you're now a soul gardener. Anyway. Having to work so hard made you appreciate others who work hard too. You were always trying to help out where you could, trying to lighten the load of the people around you. Even if it meant taking on unavoidable strain on yourself. Whoa, hang on. I sound so naive. Why would I put myself through all that when I didn't have to? Sound naive and stupid. I was already struggling enough, so why? Like I said, you were really empathic back in the land of the living. You understood what it was like to suffer and struggle. You didn't want to make anyone else go through what you couldn't help it. It helps you feel less stupid. Helping others helped you too in a couple of ways. Obviously, it was a nice feeling emotionally to know that you've helped others. My phone is listening to me. Not only that, but most of the people that you helped returned to help you too. What can I say? Karma's real and not always bad. What happened next? No, we're done for now. You'll have to wait a season if you want to know more about any of that. We don't have much time left before we need to get Summer Souls in here, but I guess we have time for one question. I can't answer every single question on your mind, okay? Choose wisely. What happens to the souls that don't get in? Oh, don't worry about them. They're taken care of. But I'm nothing if not fair. I'll let you ask another question. What? I'll let you answer another question. That's enough time for questions. Well, I don't know if this game saves, but in the sake of getting through these, I'm going to move on to my last card. That was a good one. I like that. I like these two. Emperor and Judgment. I like these. Good games. The Seer and the High Priestess. Okay. In a remote village, the High Priestess works to maintain harmony by guiding people through their personal conflicts. You play as the Seer, the High Priestess's anxious apprentice, who's set on a mission to resolve conflict in a village whose guide has abandoned it. Computer is chugging. It's really straining with typing. Doing something so complicated as typing. All right. I think this is going to be the last of the games for this run. We're getting there. Pretty sure we can finish this off next time. Okay, WASD and jump and interact. Okay, I can do that. Digging the music. Hello, I am a seer. In our village, the High Priestess helps maintain harmony. When somebody has a problem, she reads their fate and helps them work out a solution. Thanks to her, we're able to avoid conflict and live in peace. But guiding a village isn't a one-person job. It's traditional for every High Priestess to train a seer as her apprentice. Eventually, the High Priestess retires. Her seer, me, will step in to fill her role. There's just one problem. I'm not ready. I've been training for years. I've learned the rituals, the divination, the interpretation. But being a High Priestess is so much more than that. How am I supposed to take on so much responsibility on my own? I've been visiting my reflecting pool every night, searching for answers but finding nothing. Until one day the High Priestess appeared before my eyes. But she seemed different. She told me she had a mission for me. to test my ability as a future high priest. I would be sent to help a village whose guide had abandoned it. And before I could protest, I found myself in a village a lot like my own. Hello? This fountain's water works well as a reflecting pool. Maybe I should take a minute to refresh myself on how to do a reading. So first thing to remember, when a reading begins, I'll draw a hand of tarot cards to help me. I need to use those cards to guide villagers through whatever conflict they're dealing with. Left click a card to select it, spacebar to put it back down. By placing cards on the board, you can flip the colors of any tiles beneath them. Try to flip enough tiles from white to black to fulfill your goal. Holy moly! Wait. Okay, I see. I get it. My cards are my best resource, but they won't always help perfectly. Sometimes a reading will require careful thinking about how the cards that fit into the situation. Cards can only flip tiles that are on the board. They won't create new tiles if you play them into an empty space. Additionally, some spaces are blocked, meaning you can't play cards of those spaces at all. Okay. Woohoo. Wow. Alright, I gotta get my thinking toque on for this one. $11 more black tiles needed. Oh, I can rotate it. Okay. This is really tough. This is the hardest thing I've had to experience so far. This is like serious puzzle time here. I only need 5 more black tiles, huh? Okay. Last thing to remember. Fate will always give me the cards I need to resolve a conflict, but the way to use them won't always be obvious. A slightly different perspective can make a big difference. Right-click to rotate. Alright, I figured that out. If you ever feel stuck, you can turn on easy flip in the game options to make things easier. Excuse me? $27 more to flip? Yeah, there it is. I think that's everything I need to remember. You look familiar, or maybe you just look like someone I know. Merchant, a seer? I didn't know the priestess took on a new apprentice. Maybe you can help give me some advice then. I've been the town's head merchant for a while now. Took over after my mom retired. But truth be told, I just don't have the same knack for business that she's got. Running a stall and selling clothes is fun, don't get me wrong. It's just all the high-minded economic stuff she talks about goes over my head. I like being small time. I can work at my own pace, and locals don't get annoyed when I don't make eye contact. Now, my friend who works the fruit stand, they love all that tough work. They'd be way better at this than me. But I don't know how I can admit that to my mom. She spent ages training me, and she was so happy I was following her footsteps. It'd break her heart if I gave it up. A part of me wants to come clean, but I feel like I just need to try harder. So what do you think? You can help me here? Let's consult the cards. Fate, come forth. 22 more tiles, huh? I like that. One more black tile needed. Look into yourself. Let your heart guide you. But my heart could be wrong. Seven more, huh? Follow your feelings. How can I follow my feelings without hurting hers? Okay. Reset. Okay. Oops. This is tough. I can't even use this one. guess that worked. 6 more, huh? Ah, there, the path ahead of you is clear. You know what you ought to do, don't you? I guess you're right. Going on like this is clearly distressing you. You need to follow your heart. The longer you pretend, the more it will weigh on you. Yeah, you're right. I really wanted to live up to this role, but I just don't think I can. I need to come clean to my mom. I failed her. Don't think of it as failure. You just meant to follow a different path. A fish washed ashore is not failing when it leaps back into the water. Huh, that's a pretty good way to look at it. Thanks, Seer. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate the help. I'm gonna go talk to my mom when I'm done tonight. Can I help you with something? Just looking around. Oh, hi there. Okay. Anything back here? Alchemist. Ah, you! I recognize that outfit. You're a seer, aren't you? But, no, never mind. It's good you're here, actually. You see, seers are specialized in helping people overcome personal struggles. Yes? Well, I could use a bit of that help, I think, if it's not a bother. You see, I work as a village alchemist. I brew potions, transmute metals, etc. It's wonderfully fun work. Most people have no clue how many uses there are for fish scales. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't ramble. You see, my problem is that I'm always afraid to share my work with others. I certainly want to. Who doesn't enjoy talking about their passions, after all? Well, I always get this uncomfortable knot in my stomach. You see, alchemy has been my passion and my craft since I was young, yes? But even today, I'm only a novice. There's so much I don't know yet. And the more I research, the more I realize how little I actually understand. I feel like a sham calling it my passion, or I'm only scratching the surface. I know it's silly, but I've begun to avoid mentioning it around others. My friends have always been kind, but their praise just makes me feel worse about my skill level. How can I accept compliments when the things I do are rudimentary to others in my field? How can I, when I see nothing but flaws in my works... I apologize if I'm making no sense. Words tend to pour out of me when I'm not careful. You understand my issue, I hope. Can you help me? Let's consult the cards. Fate come forth. Ah, the Sorcerer's Way. I've read quite a bit about... No, I'm sorry. Continue. Tricky. Nobody is perfect at what they do. It certainly feels like most people are better at what they do than I am. Seven more. How do I get 4 more here? Whew. The only way to gain skill is to start small, but I've dedicated so much of myself to this. 18, huh? Four more? I can do that. Look, the answer you seek is clear. It's understandable to feel overwhelmed by the things you haven't learned yet. But if you retreat from your dreams instead of facing that fear, you'll only go on to regret it. How can you be so sure? It's not like I bring anything special to the craft. You bring yourself, don't you? Your perspectives and ideas that nobody else can see. Skills don't develop overnight, and even the greatest experts often need more help than they lay on. You might not feel especially talented, but that's just proof of your knowledge. What seems unimpressive or inadequate to you always looks fascinating to someone who doesn't know what to do themselves. Wow, my mouth didn't do that justice. That is a good point. It's difficult to accept, but I think you're right. I didn't know the difference between a good potion and a stale one until I began to study them. Getting embarrassed by my mistakes just shows I know how to recognize a mistake, doesn't it? Exactly, you just have to give yourself a chance to succeed. Seer, I thank you. I don't know how I hadn't looked at it from this perspective before. I don't know that it will be easy to change how I think about myself, but thanks to you, at least I can try. Alright. Welcome, Seer. The High Priestess is aware of your presence here. However, she is not yet ready to grant audience to you. I cannot let you enter the temple just yet. Hello. Or do I recognize you? You look familiar. It's a really cool game. Tricky, but good aesthetics. Nice little puzzles. Fisher. Art's good, music's good. Huh? Oh, hey. You look like one of those folk the priestess works with. Seers, right? Don't think I've seen one of you in a while. Well, hope you're having a nice time out, little pal. Can I help you with anything? Me? Nah, I'm doing fine. I'm out here in the wilderness after all, away from everyone. Here I've got no worries. Are you sure? Alright, I guess you got me. I came out here for a reason. It's nothing big, though. Just a little argument between me and a friend. Came out here to relax and not have to think about it. Which is exactly what the argument was about. She says I need to get better at confronting my issues. Says the only problems will get worse if I avoid them. Cool vibe. Don't see why it matters. What happens will happen. If things work out, why stress? And if they don't work out, why stress? I don't think it's a bad thing to want a laid-back life. I can tell it's getting on people's nerves, though. I guess I can't blame them. But what am I supposed to do? This is who I am. I just don't have it in me to deal with stressful situations. So maybe you can help me out. What do you think I should do, little pal? Consult the cards. Fate, come forth. 14 black tiles. So this is 4. That's 5. 9 tiles needed. I think we can do that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty good. That's less. So this one. 3 more tiles. Easy. Accepting stress is a natural part of life. Who says it has to be, though? $21. $12. Four more. They go. Refusing difficulty means sacrificing the benefits of overcoming it. Fisherman's not impressed. All right. That's good. 11 more. Four. Seven. 2 more. The answer is clear. You know it in your heart. I guess I do. I like that each one has like color coded. There's like 2 colors, two-tone. Very smart aesthetic choice. Gee, you changed my mind after all. I hate to admit it, but I've been kind of thoughtless. It's understandable to want a quiet life. Conflict is never fun when it comes. But when it arrives, you have to accept it. When you run from difficulty, you run from your own life. Truth be told, I've always known that. I always just feel like I wasn't worth the worry. But I don't want to lose a friend over it. I need to start taking responsibility. You'll be glad you did, and I'm sure your friend will understand it if you explain it to her. It's never too late to start improving after all. Heh, I hope not. Thanks, little pal, I appreciate the help. I'll go see my friend later and sort things out. Gardener. Oh, hi there. I'm not often that I see a face I don't recognize around here. Those clothes, you work with the High Priestess, don't you? That's wonderful. I didn't think, well, not important. I've actually had something on my mind I could use some help with if it's not a bother. You see, I've been tending this garden for, gosh, it's been years now, hasn't it? The forests around the village are filled with amazing plant life, and I want to help preserve it. But how do I put this? I can't stop thinking about what will happen to the garden when I'm gone, you know? I mean, I'm still young. I'm not worried about that happening for a long time. Just, gosh, I don't know. I spent so much time taking care of these plants, but I can't do it forever. And what's the point if I know the garden is bound to die out once I stop taking care of it? Makes me question if it's worth investing all this time and effort into something so temporary. I hate to be a bother, but do you have any advice for me? Consult the cards! Fates come forth. Oh gosh. Ooh, this is a tricky one. Five more? Oh my goodness. Nothing can last forever, but what's the point if I can't? What's the point if it can't? 14 more black tiles needed. I think I'm gonna fail this one. 8 more? Yeah, okay. This is a tricky one. That one first. Is it though? Three more. Okay, I can do that. Can I? Oh my goodness, that was so close. Whew. Labors of love are never truly valueless. I just don't know if the effort is worth it. Look there, the answers you seek are clear. Gosh, when I look at it that way, it's natural to fear an unclear future, but don't let that worry drag you out of the present. Just because something can't last forever doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. After all, think of the joy your garden brings to the village. Without you, they wouldn't have that. You're right, I've been so anxious I almost lost sight of why I started the garden. Every day people visit me here to relax and enjoy the flowers. And they wouldn't be able to do that easily if they had to trek out into the woods for it. Maybe I can't keep my garden going forever, but it's here now, and that's the important thing. It's not a lost cause, because as long as it's still bringing joy, even if it's just to myself. Exactly. Some work is never truly done, but it's still well worth doing. I think this is exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you so much. Now I should get back to tending my plants. You're welcome to stay and enjoy the scenery. Wormy. Oh, hi there. I remember seeing two other villagers. This one. Librarian. That garb, are you a seer? My, it's been some time since we've last had one of you around here. Goodness, I was convinced the High Priestess has given up on passing the mantle. I shouldn't ramble though, since you're here, could I request your services? You see, I work as the village's librarian. It's a rather fitting role. I love books and, well, just look at me. I'm all arms. I love being a librarian. It's peaceful. The work is relaxing, and I love to help others learn. But I know it must sound silly. Sometimes I feel like I barely have any time to spend with my friends. I only recently took over here, you see, and whoever ran the library before left it quite a mess. Whenever I'm not helping someone look up a book, I spend most of my time just organizing. I may have many arms, but I'm still just one person. There's so much work that needs doing. And since I started, I've been seeing my friends less and less. I'm at the library working the whole day through, and by the time I'm done, I'm always exhausted. I feel guilty for neglecting them, but at the same time, I can't afford to slack off. After all, what if I never finish organizing the books? Oh, the next librarian would be ashamed. Oh, but if I don't find a way to resolve this issue soon, my friends might forget all about me. I've been paralyzed with indecision for days, only feeling worse with each day that passes. I ask you, Seer, can you help me find a way to balance my friends with my work? Consult the gods! Fates come forth. A reading with a seer. It's been so long since I witnessed one. I do hope this can help me. $24 more. Oops. That was close. So we gotta get this one perfect, huh? There it is. It is important to accept limitations. I know, but won't people be disappointed? Oops. All right, well, I can do this. And this. Oh. Okay. Had a card left over. Look, doesn't that card mean... Apologies, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, okay. This is a tough one. Tough, but not impossible. Look now, the path is clear. Yes, I suppose it is. It's good to be able to take pride in my work, but I shouldn't let it consume me. I was so swept up in having a job that I love, I nearly let it become something I hate. And I almost lost sight of my life's pleasures in my desire to do a good job. You should take a few days off. Some time with the people you love will help reinvigorate you. Indeed it will. But the books, if I neglect them for too long, it'll just feel guilty all over again. Then why not ask your friends to stop by sometime and help you organize them? You're just one person, like you said. You shouldn't have to handle such a large task by yourself. That's true. Why did I not think of that earlier? Stress can make it easy to overthink things. That's why remembering to relax is so important. Truer words. Goodness, that was exciting and relieving all at once. Are readings usually like this? You have my gratitude, dear. Tonight, I think I'll close early and join my friends for dinner. There's one more person I remember seeing that needed help. Then I should have access to the guard tower. This person. Lantern bearer. Hey there. You aren't a seer by chance, are you? I am, actually. Oh, that's wonderful. Is it alright if I ask you something? Okay, I'm the village lantern bearer, right? Well, technically my full title is Guardian Bearer of the Wayfaring Lantern. But that's a mouthful. Nobody actually calls me that. But, so my job is to help make sure people don't get lost in the wilderness. The forest is kind of a maze, so I patrol with my lantern to guide people back home. But, well, nobody actually gets lost anymore. The woods are full of paths and guideposts to help people. It's a good thing, really, but what am I supposed to do? I've dedicated my whole life to this job, but I've only been called twice this year. Even outsiders visiting the village rarely need my help to get around these days. And if nobody needs a lantern bearer anymore, then all my training's gone to waste. I know it's a lot to ask, but can you help me? Consult the cards. Fate, come forth. Ah! Holy moly! Didn't do that right. I guess, sure. The future is never as scary as it seems. I'm not afraid of the future, I just don't want to lose my past. Tough. A skill that's rarely needed is still a valuable one to have. But what am I supposed to do when nobody needs me most of the time? How the heck am I supposed to get those 2 little dots out there? 30. Oh. Two black dots. Okay. Here, the answer is clear. Do you see it? I think so. Accepting change can be hard, especially when it feels like you're losing something important to you. But moving on from part of your life doesn't mean giving it up. The experiences you've had and the good you've done will always be with you. You're right. It's just hard to think of it that way. This is all I'm known for. Without it, who am I? You are who you want to be. Identity is important, but it's the present that defines who you are, not the past. Whoever I want to be? I don't know if I've ever actually thought about that. What do I want to be? Oh, I have even more to think about, but that's a good thing, I think. Thank you, Seer. Seer, the High Priestess is ready to meet with you. She awaits within the temple. Shall I take you there? Not yet. I'll make my way on there. Very well. We await you. Anyone else needing my searing skills? Okay. That's where I have to go. Fairies running around heckling people? Afraid I haven't seen that. You can jump. Because why wouldn't you be able to jump? Welcome, Seer. High Priestess. You sound different. That's because I'm not the High Priestess you know. Years ago, I was given the task of overseeing this village. I tried. But compared to the priestess before me, I was helpless. She was wise, bold, gentle, and I only knew how to follow in her shadow. The village flourished under her, but with her gone, it stagnated. Before long, I realized there was no point in trying. My tenure as priestess could never amount to what hers had been. So I gave up. When it came time to take a seer under my wing, I refused. I closed off the temple and stopped showing my face. If I couldn't fulfill my duties, the village was better off supporting itself. Have you really not left this temple since then? The village outside needs you. Without your guidance, people are struggling. They don't need me. They need to learn to get by without help. I wouldn't be able to help them anyway. I know why you're here, Seer. You were brought here to convince me to return to my duties. I've watched you help the villagers with the things that I could not. So let's see what you've got. Call forth fate. Convince me otherwise. Are you ready? I am ready. If you want me to believe in myself, you'll have to believe in yourself. So more convention or don't bother with me. I'll show you you're wrong. That's more like it. At last, our final battle. Oh my goodness. Oh, so we need to get this perfect? Are you kidding me? Oh wait, no. I don't need to get it perfect. $16 more. 11 more. $5 more. $4 more. I'm gonna have to start this over. Okay. I didn't like that. Yeah, I did not do that correctly. Whew, this is the boss fight, huh? Dang. That was tough. Really? 3 more? I can do that. Okay. I figured it out. Why should it even be me? I was happy as a seer. I learned the rituals, the divination, the interpretations, and still there's more to know. How can I fill this role when there's so much I still don't understand about it? But are you giving yourself a chance to understand it? Life is about learning as we go. You have to accept shortcomings to overcome them. Holy Maloney. One off. Jeezy, crazy. So I'll be left over with 14. So I have to get this close to perfect. So I think this one has to go here. Maybe not in the beginning. I can understand why it would make you want to feel like giving up. That's how I feel. Yeah, you can rotate it. Okay, so I think this sound has to go first. Right? Whew. I guess I could wait to do that one a little bit later. That one there. Terrible move. That's a good one. That's a good spot for that. Two places where the 6 are perfect. Right there. That is a pretty good spot for it. That doesn't work. Okay. 10 more tiles. So I have another 6. Maybe kind of there. It's the only place that looks fine. You get 4. So now I need 6 more, and I have this hulking thing. Rotating it doesn't do anything. The best place for it is right here. 16. Let me try this one first. Okay. It's pretty good. Four more. I think I could probably do that. Oh, I had one left over. The high priestess before me worked so hard, did so much. And even with all she did, the village still falls apart without her. Why should I put myself through that if it won't matter when I'm gone? Of course it matters. There will always be conflict to handle no matter what. But isn't it worth it to help people who lead happy lives, temporary if or not? The last priestess was so great because she understood what that was. So I have to do perfect. I have to get this perfect. That doesn't look perfect. Whew. Got it. There's so much a high priestess has to be able to do. Will I ever have time to be a person? And what happens if there are no problems that need solving? What good is a high priestess with nobody to guide? Your role won't lose its value just because you aren't needed every day, and you're allowed to make mistakes and take breaks. Nobody wants you to suffer. It's not like being high priestess needs to consume your entire life, but one more black tile needed. Harmony! But what if I'm just not enough? What happens if I screw everything up? Then life will continue. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, don't we? It's inevitable. The villagers don't want you to be perfect. All they want is for you to be there for them. And if you need it, they'll be glad to be there for you too. Please, High Priestess, stop chasing after reasons to feel bad. It doesn't help. You told me the High Priestess before you was amazing. But didn't she teach you to love yourself? The wisdom you were taught doesn't just apply to the villagers in need. It applies to you too. Hearing you say that, it lets me know that your visit here was worth it after all. Huh? Before I could ask what the High Priestess meant, she lifted her veil away. And revealed a face. That looked just like mine. She told me that I'd brought here to challenge my own fears. All my insecurities, my doubts, my uncertainties about the future. I could face them all easily when I saw them in others, but I never turned it back on myself. I've been so afraid of my future that I never questioned if I was actually ready for it. I always assumed that it was a given that I wasn't. But now, thanks to this, I knew that I could do it. I wanted to ask so many questions, to understand what had happened. But the High Priestess said that it was time to go. I barely had time to say goodbye before the village around me began to fade. But that's all right. I know that wherever I go from now on, I can always go with a smile on my face. And I know that in every reflection, the High Priestess will be smiling back at me. Very cool. And I think that is going to be it. I'm getting there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Yeah. Might be able to finish that next time I play. We got the Fool and the Magician left. And some other cards. I don't remember all the numbers. Getting there. Getting there. Oh yeah. That one felt good to finish off. Now, I didn't complete the entirety of the gardening one, because I would still be at it. But it was a good one. It was fun. I want to thank you to Child Granny for hanging out and helping. I appreciate it. Good times. I want to thank you to Lame Llama Llama for starting the hype train in the beginning of the stream. I want to thank you to the viewers. Give me a like and a comment of what your favorite card's been so far. Give me that little subscribe button on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Check out the Reddit. All that good stuff. Woo! The Elemental Wheel. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. Not much else to say. Stay classy. Stay introspective. Child Granny redeemed a hydrate and a stretch. Well, there's a few drops of water left, just enough to make it into Mordor. And a stretch. We get a good stretch. Boom! We're gonna raid